Good morning, teacher. Good morning, everyone. My name is Roman Marquez, and I'm going to talk to you about a TV drama thriller that is called El Internado Laguna Negra, which is totally awesome. But first of all, I have to tell you that this program was one of the most seen TV shows in Spain between the years of the 2007 and 2010. It had 7 seasons and a total of 71 chapters. But now, the history tells about the strange things that take place in an internship, but all is always overcomplicated because firstly, the plot is around a woman that escapes from a psychiatric and then takes a bus to the internship looking for her son, which is totally out of sense. But talking about the story, it's a riveting account the life of 6 teenagers, Marcos, Ivan, Carolina, Victoria, Roque, Cayetano, who are trying to solve the mysteries that happen inside of the internship because there are bad people, but as always, the plot doesn't tell us anything until we realize that in there are making experiments with the children that lies in there. That is creepy. But one of those children are the sister of Marcos, Paula. But any of the main characters know anything about this. Anyone knows anything. So the climax of the history is that we learn that years ago there was an orphanage, and the Nazis made experiments with the children that easily they can kill and no one will anything about it because they were orphans. That is so sad. But now the mysteries are under a drug company called Otox, and his objective is to create a new disease and spread it all over the world and get rich by selling the cure. Yes? Doesn't sound so bad, does it? Well, that is because the plot doesn't tell us, because he wants to hide the truth behind there. There are 5 only remaining officers of the Nazis, intending to eliminate all the human population as a revenge for what happened in the Second World War. And if that weren't enough, but the virus and the cure for the disease were tested now in the internship. So, at the very ending of the story, the main characters and all the people around the internship got infected with the virus. Yes, so sad. And they are isolated by the government to avoid spreading the virus as the coronavirus. But then we notice that the government doesn't have to do anything with this, but anything. They were the Nazis instead. They have a lot of power. But right in the end, they find the cure for the virus with a machine that builds a genius who worked for the Nazis. Okay? So everyone is cured and saved. And finally, the Nazis were sent to the jail. End of the story. And that's pretty much all. But I'm really mad because I can explain you all the great things that this show has. Betrayals between the main characters, that the actors make it feel so spectacular. You know, the ease of the directors to decide who lives and who dies in the plot, it's simply fascinating. It's fascinating. The special effects are not anything out of this world. I will think that El Chavo del Ocho has better sound effects, but I like it anyway. They still a little bit stunning, I will say it. And I can tell you that the history can also be a little bit fantastic, but in all the explanation of the word, it's so realistic because the story is never predictable. It absorbs you. It absorbs you as you continue watching the episodes. And that's all I have to say. Thank you for your time. I hope you had a good evening.